Hey guys, Max here, and welcome back to MaxFX Builds, where my videos just keep getting better and better. I finally figured out why my webcam had a weird aspect ratio, and I fixed it. In other words, I went through the settings and just clicked random things until something worked. I have no idea what I did, but I fixed it somehow. And nothing else seems to be screwed up, so that's good. But today is also just a very, very special video. So, I guess I should give a little backstory. So around like 2 or 3 months ago, it was like late summer, I was vibing, and I got an invitation from my buddy Narmox. And that invitation was to the Well of Allsparks. Yeah, you know, like the big Lego Transformers club full of all the cool people. Yeah, I somehow got invited to that, so you might be wondering how this ties in with that. Well, this is my first Allspark Assembly build today, and here we are celebrating 90 years of Lego with Lego Transformers. You can't even see him. Blastpit. And Blastpit is massive. Let's move him closer, and let's see if I can get it to focus on him because he's so big. I don't know. That'll have to do. Blastpit here is a tribute to Power Miners, Lego's original IP. So the whole goal of this challenge was to build a Lego IP as a Transformer, and I chose Power Miners. Power Miners was my childhood. It's what got me into Lego, and really, I just love all the sets. I wish they would do a Power Miners 2.0 at some point because I missed the line so much, and some of the sets were so creative. Plus, they had some really cool gimmicks. Now, Blastpit here, he is a Decepticon mining specialist who turns into a twin drill Power Miners boring machine. So, this is loosely based off of a set that already exists, except it only had one drill, and Blastpit has two. But, oh well. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. And I will add that since this is Allspark Assembly, all other builders who took part in this challenge will be linked down below. Anyways, on to the actual build. Taking a look around Blastpit, up front, you have these lights, and of course you have the two giant twin drills, which do spin, so you can count that as vehicle mode articulation. They do spin. This is the first build I built on Studio and brick-linked parts for, and it kind of shows. He's not gray, and he's awesome. But yeah. The drills do spin. You have these lights up here along with the cockpit and its lights on this side. So that's pretty neat. You can kind of see some stuff sticking out here, but there's not really any gappage besides this one down the center. Moving on to the side profile, which is a good thing I fixed the camera because otherwise he wouldn't fit fully in frame. But you can see he's very long. He has 8 wheels. These two giant cannons on the back. This section, I like how I did the tiles here, and on the side here as well, you just have some nice like engine detail. This is where I'd see the engine being, hoping it'll focus for us, but who knows, my camera's kind of weird like that. Anyways, onto the rear, like I said, you had these giant massive cannons which can tilt upwards, which is more or less due to transformation, but it's vehicle mode articulation. I'll count it as that. And you do have this rear section here. There are taillights in there, but they're kind of just mistransformed right now. Dude, it makes it just more sturdy. And then in here you have a rock hopper. And yeah, there's a lot of weight on ball joints here, so this kind of likes to droop. But oh well. Yeah, that also, there is a gap here. Oh well, it doesn't bother me. And then, if you want, here is the bottom. This joint's tighter than the one on the other side. It's weird. But putting him back down, we can do some comparisons. So moving him over here. Actually, I'm gonna move him over here. Yeah. Let the camera refocus. But here he is with another mining vehicle. Here he is with Ripjaw. And I see these two as being in scale. And If Ripjaw is supposed to fit a crew of like 6 people inside of his cabin, like over here, Blastpit's is like a crew of like at least 12. So this is in scale, and imagine if this was like minifigure scale. He'd just be huge and like unmanageable. Here he is with a normal Carbot. So here is Overland. So you can get that. Here he is with Buster. With a minifigure. Just so you can see how it does scale up with an actual minifigure. Imagine fitting 12 of these in the cockpit. That's really what the scale is supposed to be. And here he is with the Hot Wheels car. So he's not even in scale with Hot Wheels cars. Oh, and I just knocked stuff over back there. So moving Blastpit back here into center stage, I think it's about time we get down to transformation. Oh boy. Oh, and by the way, he does roll if you didn't know. He does roll. He zooms. And he rolls quite well, actually, too. Despite all of his issues that he has of being growing pains in studio. But oh well. Oh well. But anyways, let's get on down to transformation. So to transform Blastpit, the first thing you're going to want to do is the arms. So, let's see if we can focus. Will you focus? Who knows. But anyways, first thing you're going to do is on this click hinge here, this arm, you have to start with this one. This arm will rotate up, move it out, so you can move it out to the side. Move the camera over a little bit so you can see. But bend here and rotate. And then just bring it down. And that'll sit there. Anyways, do basically the same on this side. You can kind of see where I keep my comparisons there. But bring up the shoulder, and his shoulders fell off. That's great. Bring up the shoulders on the click hinge. Bend at the elbow, rotate the elbow. Why are you falling off? Like, you never fall off. Like, you never give me issues. Come on. There you go. Be a good little bot. Alright. Yeah, there we go. There's the arms. Yeah, I'm already having fun. This is great. Alright. Next, I'm going to just bring him around here and open up these back sections just like that. They're on some ball joints. They don't tab in or anything. Nothing on this guy tabs in. And we're going to move this hinge here up. Rotate this out. So that piece there doesn't fall off. Rotate this assembly here around. Move it up in between his shoulders. That is his head. His head just kind of hides in his raw copper. And we'll go more in depth in it when we get fully into rot mode. Anyways, let's get his third and fourth arms transformed, and then we'll move on to the legs. So first, we're going to want to move out these cannons, move this section in, rotate it 90 degrees at this ball joint, so the panel should break like that, and then just move it in, move it, rotate this section here, if you can't see it. Rotate this section here 90 degrees. And then just kind of get everything situated so that they sit over his shoulders and over his head. So yes. Should look something like that. Let's move down and do it on this side. So move him back. And we'll move this cannon outward on its rotation axis there. Move it back in at this panel. Rotate it 90 degrees to the side. Just like that. And then just bend, break the panel again right there. Rotate this section here 90 degrees. Move back up. And just make sure these panels don't fall off. And we'll position this right above his head, straighten everything out. Broke that off. He can be very, very fragile to handle, and it just doesn't make transforming him very fun. Out of all the Transformers I've made, this guy would not be in the top 10 best to handle, but he exists and he's awesome, and I will never take him apart. But yes, so all of his upper body is now converted, and if we turned him around, now he's like fully transformed up top, and he can just scoot around on his wheels now, which is kind of funny to think about. Kind of like Beast Machine's Rat Trap almost, right? Well, he only had 2 wheels, but anyway, who talks about Beast Machines anyway? No one. That's what I thought. Anyways, let's get his legs all out. So what I like to do is I do like to have to move his head and third and fourth arms backwards so I can grab him like this. His elbow fell off. Why'd that happen? Do I need to replace his hinges? I don't know. I hope not. I'll probably just put some force on it or something. But let's get the legs down. So we're going to move them down like that, not yet, and just move them out to the side. Just like that. Move it back up a little bit and then bend it at this joint. It's very hard. He's very cumbersome to transform. Yeah, this isn't very easy to film either. But do the same back here. Move these down. And then we're going to rotate these sections here so that they face inward. Just like that. Yeah, like I said, lots of ball joints. I kind of took advantage of that and kind of regretting it now. But oh well, he's still sick. But that should give us a stable enough base to have him stand on to finish out the leg transformation. Because there's a little bit more, it's just to like make it look like the vehicle mode breaks up a little more. But we're going to just kind of equalize the way the hips are positioned with each other. We don't want them to be too far out, otherwise there'll be too much mass pushing down in the center and he'll topple. But going to just straighten out his legs like that. Sorry if I just keep getting my hand in the shot. It's very hard to film this guy. But let's just move his arms upwards and just out of the way. And we'll move the camera down. There you go, let it refocus. And then we're just going to rotate these in. In the end, after you rotate these sections here, it should look just like that. Maybe spread them out a little more. And the wheels should face each other. Yeah, they need it to be out a little more. He's toppling. And BAM! With that, the transformation is concluded, and raising the camera up and moving him back and being very careful because he just broke on me and he wasn't fun to fix. Let's just move up just a little bit. Yeah, there's Blastpit in his robot mode. You can see a few things on my desk in the background. I'll probably make a short review on that, but we'll continue with Blastpit here. So here is Blastpit in his robot mode, and he is huge compared to like almost any other build of mine. So let's take a look around him. So moving him in up close for his close-up shot. Going to move him in. Actually gonna move him back a little bit so we get some more light on him. As you can see, he has the giant cannons up here on his second and third arm. On his third and fourth arms. I mean, his head. He actually has a head. It's not just a stud like on a lot of my figures. because I actually had room to put a pretty big and detailed head in, so I did. He has his massive arms, like you can see like the engine detail on the side where like the exhaust would be. You can see like undercarriage detail. He has his drills on his arms. Back to the chest, you can see he has a Decepticon logo, insignia, logo, whatever you want to call it, on his chest. This idea I took from my buddy Average Schmo, so thanks for that. He got some nice belly detail using these grates. Power Miners fig builds used a lot of these, so I'm glad I got to incorporate at least 2. And then moving down, he has his 4 legs with the wheels hanging off the side of it, and then his feet are just made of like the front and back bumpers of the vehicle. And then his drill arms, obviously, too. Those are there. But yeah, overall, I'm really, really, really happy with how he turned out. Like, I'm very proud of this figure. It's just, I gotta move the camera up so much. But yeah, I'm just very much so proud of how this guy turned out. Posability, I'm not going to do anything with the legs because I just spent like 10 minutes fiddling with them to get him to stand. He stands fine, but making him balance on all 4 of those legs can be really challenging sometimes. Like, don't expect me to put him in any poses because it's just a pain in the butt. But let's take a look at the figure's posability. So his head, it's on a universal joint, so like it can, if I move these back, we'll go over these in a little bit, but these, it can move up, he can look down, he can look side and side, but last time I did it, it ripped his head off, but it's on a little universal joint here, so he can look side to side. He does have a shoulder shrug using these transformation hinges, but number 1, they're kind of hard to move in robot mode, and number 2, why? But shoulders, they can move out and in on both sides. They can move in a bit more. They can do a full 360 if you want them to. He has a bend at the elbow around 90 degrees, and then he has a below the elbow swivel, so it's useless for posability, but it's had to be that way for transformation. And his drill hands do still spin because nothing has changed about them. And then, like I said, at his hips, he has stud friction hinge in and out on a butterfly right here. Ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, and then at the ankle, ball joint as well. So, 4 ball joints in his legs, so he can do expressive things with his legs, but it's just a pain in the butt to do it, so no. And then his arms, his 3rd and 4th arms, they're on ball joints as well, as you saw in transformation, so they can go all kinds of places. I do see him, like, character-wise, like, just normally having them like this, but he can use them for, like, as arms. Like, they are 3rd and 4th arms. Anyways, moving him off to the side. Yeah. Now it's getting dark. Like I said, my camera's weird. I don't know why. But, comparisons. Here he is with Ripjaw. It's massive. Here he is with Overland. He's still big. Here he is with the Hot Wheels car. Yet again, still big. Here he is with Buster. Head up. Put your head up. Still huge. And here he is with a minifigure. It's kind of funny how similar my minifigure is color-wise to him. Also, I'm not done with comparisons because I do want to do 2 more. So here he is with one of my Duocons who are pretty large builds in my scale. Here is Snow Chopper. And then here we have previously my largest build. Here he is with, let's get him in here, Pulverizer in his combined form. And yeah, Blastpit's bigger, both parts-wise and size. So, yeah. Also, Pulverizer is really just the center, and he just has a bunch of vehicles clipped onto him. So, does it really count? Yes, it does, because he's a combiner. He does count. He does matter. But Anyways, guys, that's really gonna wrap up the review. There's not much more to say about him. So, like I said, be sure to check the description box down below for the other builders videos, and also you can join my Discord server down there. So that's gonna round it up for the video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did like it, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what I should build next, and until next time, guys, I will see you later. See you guys. Bye-bye.